Hello, I'm here. Firstly, please accept my apologies for the long gap since I last posted. When I last posted, I did it from hospital just before my high-dose chemotherapy and stem cell transplant. And I said I was ready to start vomiting for 4 or 5 days. I ended up being in the Queen's Centre for 22 days, which wasn't too bad. I came out very tired, bald, very weak and very thin. I carried on being sick until April. I feel like the whole treatment was very much a taboo subject. Nobody really told you much about it, and I would say it was pretty barbaric. No wonder nobody wanted to talk about it in the waiting areas. At the hospital, I met a couple of people who told me they'd chickened out or they refused to have it. You have to be strong to undergo it, but also I would feel very privileged to be offered it and thankful that I was offered it. I know everybody has a different experience, and the wonderful staff treated me so well. They told me I would be left like a newborn baby, but I didn't expect to be having to wear these. Anyway, managed to ditch those in March. But it didn't bother me at all being isolated for those 22 days. As most of the time I was completely out of it. I slept a lot. But all the way along throughout this process, I think you'll probably agree that I've said the situation was temporary. I'm feeling stronger and stronger every day, every week, and I'm moving forward daily, feeling mentally and physically stronger. So I'm healing. And I was really lucky when I came out of hospital to have lovely, warm, good weather. So I was able to feel the fresh air on my skin and sit with my 50 block on outside under a parasol with my feet up. My husband had to isolate with me for the 3 months too. And even when I went into hospital for visits, which were quite regular at the beginning, I had to go in a isolated waiting room. So yeah, the treatment puts you into solitary confinement for 3 months. Another upside to the treatment for me was that you lose your sense of taste. I had to follow quite a restrictive diet, and all the food put in front of me made by my husband, I couldn't taste. It looked wonderful. Having said that, since then, I've cancelled his application for MasterChef. I found music really uplifting during that period because life was quite monotonous. Like I say, I did sleep quite a lot. I think you have to be positive. Like I said, since diagnosis, I have been, but it isn't the situation that you're in that makes you unhappy. It's your thoughts, and you have to just keep a positive thought all the time. But now I'm really positive. I'm very excited about making the most of every minute. I finally got told that I'd gone into remission on the 15th of June, and I really haven't stopped making the most of every minute since then, and I'm having fun living life. Hence the long time in not posting. I have been having fun. The first thing I did was a Myeloma 24 challenge, Myeloma UK. I had to do 4 miles for 6 days, just walking, but that physically was very challenging for me, and the weather was really hot. But I managed it. Well, actually, on the 6th day, I only managed 2 miles, and I had to do the other 2 the next day. But I was really amazed by all my donations. I want to try and raise awareness about myeloma, but I will go over that in another post another day. My target was £240 and I raised £2,271. So thank you to everyone who donated. And again, I do apologise for not posting. I've had some lovely messages, lots of you saying you're praying for me and thinking about me, and also inquiring just where I am, what I was doing. So I do apologise. I think a lot of it was to do with, well, I wasn't well. I really wasn't well for a long time. And also the bald head, the way I looked was dreadful. I know that really shouldn't matter. I was eventually persuaded by my daughter to go without a headscarf and just sport this short hairstyle. So at the moment, I'm on chemotherapy, but I'm just on half the dose I was on originally from the initial drug I had, and that's for maintenance. I have to go to the hospital once a month for a blood test, and then a few days later for a bone infusion monthly, and see my consultant. Well, it was every month, but she just said I can go 2 monthly now. So I'm feeling really lucky about that, not so many visits. I have very low immunity. I have to be very aware of childhood diseases. I'm going to start having all my vaccines again since childbirth in September. They say my body will be ready then. And also still of COVID. I've got to be really careful. But I feel, now I'm in remission, I feel a very positive thought about it, that I'm going to last a long, long time. This remission's going to be exceptionally long. So again, thank you for all your kind thoughts and prayers. I'm wondering actually when COVID is over if I can go and talk to other patients who are going to have the treatment I've just had and just tell them, yeah, it's a bit of a struggle, but it's so worth it. You're choosing life afterwards, and the reward is priceless. So I want to maybe go and just give them a little bit of help if they're struggling with a decision, or if they're having the treatment and they're finding it tough. Just say you will get through it, and there's a huge light at the end of the tunnel. I've managed to see my little grandson and actually have him on my knee for the first time. He was born in February 21 when I was initially in hospital the first time. So it was lovely to see him, so wonderful. And I've obviously seen his parents too. It was all outside, but it was lovely, really lovely. My best friend and I went for a hand and arm massage with all the doors wide open, but that was a really nice experience. We treated ourselves to a few products too. I met with a friend who was over from the USA and another friend, and we had high tea, all outside, all lovely. I just feel like I'm living normally again, having a bit of normality, and it's fun. It's so fun. I still have to have a little nap every day, just for energy, but not for very long, about an hour and a half. And then 2 weeks ago, even more of a surprise, I was completely amazed. There was a knock on the door, and my daughter was there with the twin grandsons and my little granddaughter, and they live in the USA. So I was absolutely astonished. And even more astonishingly, my husband had arranged it all without me being aware or having a clue at all. So she rushed around seeing grandparents and a few very close friends for a couple of days, and then we all went to Crete and had quality time together. So that was so lovely. Now I'm quite tired after all that expended energy. I did another fast on Saturday night as well. My best friend invited us for dinner. So that was a lovely, lovely occasion too. So now I can say I officially drink and do drugs. But yeah, so lots of nice surprises that have just been going on, and the surprise from my daughter was arranged by my husband, as I said. I'm cherishing every moment and loving every person that I see and cherishing them, because life is fragile. I'm making more plans to catch up with other friends, people that I haven't seen for a long time. And I'm not going to take a minute for granted. So sending lots of love from a very, very happy me. Bye.